So I'm with three guys here on the shores of Lake Superior in Ontonagon County, just outside of the community of Ontonagon. This is Norm Pesca, this is Mike Pesca from Pesca Construction, and Jim Karen from the Michigan Department of Energy, Great Lakes, and Environment. What we're talking about is high levels of the Great Lakes, high water levels on the Great Lakes, and the impacts that's having on shorelines. So Lake Superior is behind us here, Norm. We're standing right where the bank is now. But this is not where it's always been. Tell me, give me a sense of what this looked like even just before this storm in November.
Before November 14th, this is actually a road that went down to the lake. We had to redo it because it all got washed out. It lost about 40 some feet, okay? And this just dropped right straight off. The road was gone. There was access. You could actually park a car, you could walk right down to the water, which the water was like 40 some feet out there. This was all property.
And the erosion just took it straight away.
One storm.
And that's true for many of these properties, many of these stretches.
Mike, you can talk about that.
Yeah, talk about how widespread some of the erosion issues are.
So the erosion, it's just all along Ontonagon County, along Lake Superior shoreline. Right now we're involved doing at least 7 to 8 current shoreline protection projects right now, plus other various DEQ and core projects.
So give me a quick summary of how you can go about addressing erosion. What kind of construction projects work in situations like this?
So obviously, to armor the shoreline, we use the bigger riprap, 3 to 4 foot boulders. Sometimes customer wants
called toe stone.
Toe stone,
right,
Jim?
Jim?
All right.
Yeah. Sometimes customers want smaller, riprap to chink in between the larger boulders. That does help in different situations.
So these guys are working on a number of projects right now, and they've been kind enough to show me some of them. This is part of something that EAGLE, which is the acronym for the Michigan State Government Agency that handles this. You guys oversee some of the permitting for that, Jim. Tell me about where we stand on lake levels, what they've been like the last couple of years, and the impact that's had on EAGLE in terms of some expedited permitting.
So with the continued high Great Lakes levels, the erosion has become very severe to the point where people have probably seen homes are threatened, in danger of falling into the Great Lakes, and in fact, a few of them actually have in the Lower Peninsula. Here in the Upper Peninsula, homes are also being threatened by Great Lakes levels, and EAGLE's recognized that and just recently implemented a policy where we are expediting shoreline erosion permits, processing them as quickly as possible so that people can get erosion control measures in place, get their permits, and hire their contractors to get the work done. Now, that being said, people still need a Corps of Engineer permit, a federal permit for the work. They have to have both in hand, but EAGLE has been working closely with the Corps, getting them copies of our applications as quickly as possible in hopes of getting people the permits so they can get their work done and save their properties and their homes.
Is the reason that EAGLE has gone with some of these expedited permits, is it just because the situation is so immediate for some of these homeowners?
That's correct. The continued high level and the Corps of Engineers' prediction of continued high water and even possibly another record high water levels for the Great Lakes, specifically Superior, Lake Michigan's, and Huron, has made it imperative that people protect their shorelines and get the permits because of the investment they have in properties. To no fault of their own, the shorelines eroding to the extent that they had after 1 or 2 storm events has made it not only a priority but really a crisis.
Much more on high water levels in the Great Lakes and potential erosion and what people like these guys are doing about it. Coming up on this week's The Stream. This is just a taste. This week's The Stream on WXPR focuses on Great Lakes water levels, and we hope you join us for that.